I didn't think there's quite that many, but it's a good crowd. Eldridge is into the centre of the ground, I see, for Corio. He might get a handle on the footy here. Ball comes out the back. Chance for East Geelong to the agency of Gunn, who's been shifted onto the ball. He's wrapped up in the tackle. We'll have a ball up decision in the centre of the ground. Up they go. Host does the ruck work. Corio, though, with slick hands, run the ball out wide. Chopped off, beautifully done so too by Jamie Daler. He got it out wide towards Watson. He ran over the top of the foot. He tried to kick it off the ground. He dives on top, but it's underneath him. Will the umpire ping him? No, he won't. He'll ball it up. His opponent there, and Brent Rutherford was all over the top of him. So Watson didn't have much chance of getting it out. He was laying on top of the hatch and the egg, we used to call that as a kid. Up they go. Reuter, the ruck work, beautifully done with a right-handed banger.
Pick it up, son.
Chance for Flanagan. Pick it up, said Grubby. Kicked it off the ground instead, but it bounced inside the line. We'll have a boundary throw in. And the Eagles have rushed it forward. They've got it up about 60 metres out from goal. Ball far side of the ground. Probably, in fact, 50. The boundary umpire stands the mark at 50s. He lets it rip back in. Reuter versus Evans. Reuter does it beautifully. Knocked the ball forward towards the boundary line. Chopped up there, Matty Cullen. Pushed it around the boundary, gained 10 to 15 metres, and it's out of bounds again on the far side of the ground.
This is what they've got to do, East Geelong, now. The wind has sprung up, like I said, and what they've got to do is just bottle it up and maybe even get a sneaker goal up there if they can keep it up there.
Yeah, they can't afford to take chances, bring it back into play until they get deep in their forward line, can they? They've got to hug the boundary line. Reuter knows that. He taps the ball towards Flanagan. He's pushed off the footy, got a little handle on it, knocked it forward. It went forward again. East Geelong a chance. Now Flanagan does the shepherding. Should have perhaps chipped in there to pick it up. It's cut off across half back here by the Devils. Kick beautifully marked at the back of the pack there by Frankie Possible. He goes down towards the centre half forward position. Up went Paul Baker. Couldn't take the mark. Quick hands at the back of the pack might relieve the pressure here for East Geelong. It does. Picked up by Lyle Brown. He kicks the ball wide towards the half back flank position. But Ryan takes the mark for Corio. Chips it back, and the mark has been taken there by Sean Gundry. Now he kicked a good goal the first term against it. This time with it, he elects to kick the ball long.
He's kicked it, I think. He's kicked it.
Touched it.
Oh, you're guilty.
He didn't mean to kick it. He went for the pass, but the wind carried the ball. That is blowing out there now, Grubby. That carried the ball over the pack and it bounced just perfectly. And Sean Gundry, the skipper, gets his second of the day. And Corio move on to 2 goals. 2, I think you'll find 14 points. East Geelong 3-4. 22. And Grubby, that is just what the Devils need at the start of the second term.
Well, yeah, it is. But on the other side of the coin, it's really what East Geelong didn't want, because they're a confident side, Corio. If they can string a couple together, we might have a dull afternoon. So they've really got to get in there and fight hard now. They're tough, Corio. Even their trainers are covered in tats. Have a look at that bloke. He's gone.
Just 2.5 minutes into the first term, that one. That was a good one. 3 minutes in fact. That was a good one. The ball spills free at half-back. Chance for Corio. Get the ball out of there. That might be Eldridge, it might have been. Kick the ball. No, here's Eldridge taking the mark at centre wing. He gets a hand pass across. Running to match, streaming down the ground. Whitehall accepts with glee. Goes on that left foot long in towards the forward pocket. Too much carry for Phil Boyle on that occasion. Back of the pack. Ball kick.
Oh, it's hit the post.
Hit the post, did it?
Ooh, just tipped the post on the way through.
Try and pick up who that was. Boyle was the high flyer, and might have even been Baker.
Could have been too. I'll tell you what, it was a game effort.
And it just slipped the post. Would have been a beauty. The kick in has to be good. It is marked by Bailey, who was very good in the first term. The leader of the troop down there at East Geelong. He kicks the ball, hugs the boundary line, up high, almost the mark taken. No, play on the call. At ground level, a chance for Host to pick it up. The big fella bears down over the board, spills up his hands out of bounds, just 40 metres round from the goals to which Corio are attacking. Few players forward losing their feet there. The wind must be blowing them off their feet out there, Grubby. Here's Bailey, picks the ball up on that throw in, kicks it back, but chipping in, taking the mark, racing, had a good first term, breaks away, goes on the left foot in towards the centre half forward position. In fact, it carries over the top of the pack again. Back of the pack, Ryan, a chance for Corio. Tried a little one backwards, didn't actually work. Chipping in there at Hobbs, knocked the ball away for East Geelong. Still the ball free inside the...
Great play.
Johnny Stepanowski bolted it out wide. A couple of veterans combined because he got it to Watson. Watson goes up towards the centre wing position. Looking for a teammate out there. Can he pick up the footy? That might be a little Flanagan. I think it is. He runs around his player. Has a couple of bounces. Left the footy behind. But went back and got it. Flanagan this time. The Irishman kicks it towards the forward zone. Good kick. Out comes Thompson. Knocked away from him at ground level. Corio. Matty Ince has got it. Got a hand pass across there at half back. They're going to relieve the pressure on the big fella down there. That's Matty Cullen, was it? Kicked the ball across towards, not quite the centre of the ground. Picked up by Bailey. Got a hand pass away. Was it legal? Oh, player top one high for mine. For East Geelong, play on the call. Hand pass comes from Pasolovic. Comes out wide towards this half-forward flank. Good tackling.
Yeah, well
good
played.
work there. That might be Daniel Hobbs again. I think it was. He's having a good game. Kicked the ball up towards the centre wing. A player almost taken the mark. Gunn went onto the football after he lost it. Play on the call. Knocked out wide. Here's Darla. He couldn't pick it up.
Too high.
Throws his opponent in
Bad
the ground. Too high.
tackle that.
And Kane Haynes takes the free kick.
It was a sitting duck and Jamie Daly got him just too high with the umpire within about 5 metres.
Young Haynes kicks the ball. Hayes, it is not Haynes. Beg your pardon. Hayes kicks the ball down looking for Boyle.
Dropped the centre.
Couldn't take the mark. He would have taken that one a few years ago. At ground level, running the ball out of defence well as Lyle Brown. Has to kick the ball across the face though. He went for Watson. He's got 2 opponents. He'll be lucky to beat both of those. The ball is in the centre of the ground. Corio, the series of hand passes. Long kick into the forward zone, getting back. Brown started the second term in great style, takes the mark and chops them up at half back. He kicks the ball out wide. That's the way they've got to go. They've got to go out wide continually. Another one short, one out there goes towards Reuter, and the big fella takes the mark.
A little bit of trouble, Corio. They looked like young Rutherford come up, playing his son came holding the hammy maybe.
Okay, Reuter has kicked the ball. The umpire's blowing the whistle again. He's not happy.
Well, he's going to
And
give him
50 metres. Well, Big Andy will take that with glee because it's pretty hard kicking the ball 50 metres in the breeze here at the moment.
I think he just almost kicked it out in the full too, so he'd be quite happy.
So take 2 for Big Andrew Reuter. A Tansing medalist. He joins other greats such as Paul Welsh, who's an Ivan Tansing medalist.
And he was even older than Reuter when he won it.
Not much in it. Andrew Reuter now, almost up the centre wing, kicks the ball, not quite, almost a half forward, high flyer, that's a good mark. Zach Host, up he goes, he's still outside the 50, wants to move it quickly into the breeze before they get a chance to get back. Fergie's out on the lead and the tractor's got it.
We probably shouldn't talk about those blokes, those, what's his name, that bloke? I forgot what I was
Ivan Tansing, Paul Welsh or who?
Paul Welsh, he's on the tribunal now with mongrels like Lovell and Mickey Robinson and those blokes. You don't want to talk about Welshie.
Well, Zach Host's kick was good, but it was marked by Ferguson. His kick was real good. They all thought he was going to have a shot for goal. He didn't do so. He went back and laid it off very short.
Taylor, is it?
And Jamie Darla, who gave away a free kick a minute ago in front of us, has the chance of redemption here. It took Corio a long time to get one into the breeze, Grubby, for about 20 minutes, wasn't it? And,
yeah.
We've gone just about 7 minutes now in this term. And Darla has the chance to kick it over the top of a sea of red and white jumpers down there. Left foot kick.
It's coming back.
Got to swing back. It's got to swing back. I don't think it's swung back enough. Wait on, the goal umpire's gone to the middle.
It's a goal.
It's a goal.
Jeez, I thought it was a point.
I thought it had just missed, but Jamie Darla kicks his second, the first into the breeze for East Geelong in this term, and they go to 4-5, 29, leading Corio 2-3-15. The margin back out to 14 points, and we've played about 7.5 minutes, 8 minutes of the second term.
Oh, gee, is that a handy goal? And I'll tell you what, pardon the pun, but that may well take the wind out of Corio's sails if they're not careful.
Well, it was a good goal, wasn't it? A good use of the ball. Host used the ball was good, and so too was Ferguson. They all thought he could have a shot for goal, and he just laid it off very well to Darla.
As I said before the game, too, Cookie, as Bannockburn under 18s prove, you can kick goals down there.
Host hooked it out the back, and Whitehall ran onto the footy, hooked it back into the pack. Out wide it goes. Chance for Kelvin Gray. Picks it up, spears the hand pass. Defensively, it was okay. Got a teammate there in Chrissy Gemmell, the skipper. He goes out wide. Good play here. That's
Jamie Della.
Jamie Della, yeah. He kicks the ball up towards the half-forward zone. A player there thrown to the ground. The umpire said wrapped up. Had no chance at all of getting rid of that. That might have been, I think, Daniel Hobbs again. It was. He's moved up forward. He did well in defence in the first term, maybe having a run on the ball. And it's a ball-up decision. Midway between centre wing and half-forward flank with East Geelong slightly into attack. Host doing well in the ruck in this term. Got the ball to ground. Went out towards Whitehall of Corio. He throws his opponent away from the footy. Picked up by Bailey. East Geelong. His hand pass, not sure whether it was errant or meant, but it's out of bounds, and we'll have a boundary shown on the far side of the ground.
I think they've made a pretty good move here, East Geelong. They're letting the big fellow in host doing a fair bit of the ruck work. He's doing okay, and the big Reuter's standing hovering back here around the half-back line, which is probably a good move.
Good coach, real good coaching move, because Host doing well on the ruck at the moment. He won that one, but couldn't get it out of there. Kicked up and kicked forward by Chris Laurie. Got it for Corio. Down he goes towards half forward, close to the fence. Will it go out of bounds before the pacey Ashley McNamara can gather it in? It will do so, and we'll have a boundary throw in. This time half forward flank at 65 metres out from goal. Corio went on attack.
Was that McNamara kicked it out, wasn't it?
21 it says here, McNamara.
Like Ronnie Brain used to say, McNamara's band.
Yeah, I taught him that one actually. The ball back into play. Over the top it comes. Here's the
There he is again.
There's young McNamara. He puts it on the boot. Kicks it towards centre half forward. Awkward looking bounce. Chance here for Frankie Pasanovic. Can he pick it up? He's run around.
Danger, Frankie.
Reuter's got hold of him. No, he's lost him. Pasanovic gets a
Gonna get a kick.
He's pushed down after he kicked the footy by big Andy Reuter.
Well, I think he must... Yeah, it is after it, because he's paid it down the ground in the goal square, Cookie.
Down the ground. Pushed after he kicked, not when he kicked. Interfered with after he kicked, so the rule is downfield. And not much doubt it. No, he gets the kick himself.
He's got the kick himself. Well, I can't understand
Well,
that.
I can't understand that. Downfield's okay. The bloke's interfered with after he kicks the footy.
But the same player can't have the kick. If he has the kick, he's got
Not
to have
when I
it
went
back
to
where
school, Grubby.
Yeah, he's got to have it back where he was pushed, doesn't he?
Well, if it's downfield, it's got to go to the player who was nearest the ball.
Which can't be the bloke who kicked it.
Well, it was on that occasion, because in his, his 150th, Frankie Pasanovic kicks his first goal of the game, brings Corio back that little bit closer. The margin back, I think, to 8 points as we tick into the 11-minute margin of the second term. Well, I'm bewildered with that one, Grubby. I don't know how you can pay that, but I guess we umpires, they're running the show, we're not.
I'll ask Steve Keaton later and see what he's got to say for himself.
Back into the centre, again, Host doing the ruck work. Reuter stands in the defensive 50-metre circle for East Geelong. Up they go again. Host wins the knockdown, goes past Bailey. He dives in on top of it. Baker was in there with him. Stacks on the mill, and we'll have a ball up decision. Back into the centre again. Again, Host does the ruck work. Again, he wins it. He's winning pointlessly in the ruck at the moment. Down to ground. A little bit of body work there. Chance here for East Geelong. Philip Gunn was tackled, and he lost the football. The umpire said you didn't dispose of it correctly. And a free kick coming up here. Corio, little chip out wide's okay. And Matty Cullen takes the mark. Plays on immediately to Paul Baker. A couple of old hits combining down to the forward zone. Here comes out on the lead Boyle. Trapped the football well. Got a hand pass back towards Whitehall. In a bit of strife. Managed to get the ball down to the forward zone though. Kelvin Gray works hard in defence. He pushed the ball away. Picked up by Ryan of Corio. He tumbles into the goal square. Big Andrew Reuter's back there. They chopped it up. Took the mark. Took the ball rather. Kicked it out wide. Looking for a running teammate. If he can pick it up, Chrissy Gamble. He was out wide there on that half-back flank. He got the footy, kicked it up towards the centre wing. At ground level, working hard Flanagan for East Geelong. Stacks it on top. It appeals for a free kick 3 times. He appeals. And the umpire's blown the whistle.
No advantage.
And I think persistence has paid off there for young Flanagan. He gets the free kick because the Corio player refused to knock the ball out.
Darryl Smith back off the ground. I didn't quite see who came on.
Now,
What was that word? Proliferously or something.
I'll get back to that one for you, Grubby. That was Flanagan kicking up towards Host. He couldn't hold the mark. He's dominating this early stages. At ground level, a chance for Corio through the agency of Johnny Burt out there. Kicked the ball off the ground. It's gone out of bounds. Boundary throw in midway between centre wing and half forward with East Geelong in attack.
Another strange occurrence there. I just thought I saw the boundary umpires interchange.
Yeah, they do that. Yep. They have an extra boundary umpire and they swap them over during the course of the game so they can all have a bit of a breather. Back of the pack, Bailey playing well for his side. Kicks the ball back in towards the 50-metre zone. Up there, Hobbs eluded him though. Picked up for Corio by Rayson. Rayson now kicks the ball out wide. Got a running teammate streaming out of defence. Well, he's not actually streaming. He's just trotting, but he did it okay, the big fella.
About as quick as me.
Got it down towards the centre wing. Paul Baker's got it. Runs around with a little bounce. A right foot kick in towards the half forward zone. Oop, Johnny Stepanovsky, 2 bites at the chair, and he takes the mark at centre half back.
The coach has got to be a little bit more selective in his kicking if the players are going to respond. I think it's a bad kick.
Bit of experience down there with Reuter and Stepanovsky both in defence at the moment.
Look
As
at
he
that.
punt kicks the ball and it just about comes backwards at the finish. The Breeze held it up high for a while. Umpires paid an over-the-shoulder free kick, going to go the way of Corio and Paul Baker.
Now redeem yourself, son.
Both coaches playing well, Bailey and Baker, for their respective sides, and Baker takes the free kick. He's got a man short in front of us, Whitehall screaming at him. He's not going to go. Oh, well played. He did go for him. And by that time, Whitehall was off and running.
Yeah,
and nearly ran past him.
Coming to him either.
But it hit the target, so full credit there. Whitehall, short kick, little chip in. Okay, Matty Cullen, I think it is. He takes the mark. He's outside 50. Man on the mark stands. Johnny Stepanowski stands at about 49.3.
Well, he reckons he can kick this.
Well, Matty Cullen, a noted goal kicker. He's got to get it up high. The wind will do the rest. He's got to get it over Johnny Stepanowski's big hands and big frame. Left foot kick, Cullen, usually. Yeah, that's the left footer. Long to the goal square.
That's through, I think.
I think it's through before that mark's been paid.
No, they're going to pay the mark. They're going to pay the mark.
The big fella down there in Brett Bravo taking the mark. Well, he's going to be... The ball will get stuck going through the goal. The angle will be that tight, Grubby. Good wedge between the posts.
You could be right.
He's going to try a banana, is he, or what? Across to the other goal point post, and a mark taken there.
Now, this might be a little bit easier for the right footer.
Yeah, this is Gundry. He's already kicked two, the skipper. And this would be a very handy goal for them. 3 goals, 3 Corio, 4 goals, 5 to East Geelong.
Yeah, I think he's got it.
The kick looked all right.
He's got it all right. He's got it.
He's kicked 3 straight. Sean Gundry.
We should have known that after the kick he had up the other end. It was dead straight, and that was just as good. That was a better kick. That
was a beauty, wasn't it?
Kick.
It was good play too, because a bit of experience there. He knew when his teammate was having a shot. Big Bravo from the other pocket. Rule number 1 when you were taught as a kid was stand by the other point post.
Get yourself in the right position.
That's where he stood, and he took the mark and was good enough to boot the goal and reduce the margin 4 goals 3 to 4 goals 5, just 2 points the difference. We have played 15 minutes near enough of this second term.
Shields on, and Big Brett Bravo's coming off to have a well-earned breather.
Number 99, Shields is on the ground. Got to be tired just running on with it in his back. Baker's got the ball out of the centre for Corio. Bangs it down towards centre half forward. Back goes Stepanowski. Couldn't take the mark for East. At ground level, Gundry got a little knock on. It came back in the direction of that was our mate Frankie down there. Posilovski. He got it out towards the centre. What do you say that? Tell me that. Pasilovic. Beautifully done too. And he kicked the ball into the forward line. Up they go. No mark taken. Almost the mark there to Lyle Brown. Couldn't quite hang on.
Oh, Ryan.
Now. Can he kick this one, Ryan?
Yes. Yes.
The breeze right at the back.
I think it's been proven that the distance shouldn't be a problem from there. It's whether or not he can, if he can kick like Sean Gundry, we'd be walking back to the centre already.
Yeah, let's see. This for the lead. Deep into the goal mouth, the middle of the offline. Is that a mark? Is that a mark? No, the umpire said play on. It's been banged through for a minor score.
Didn't quite control it.
Was that Boyle, I think? Had a couple of bites. Just couldn't hang on.
He'd have loved to take a specky like that in his 200th game, Cookie, wouldn't he?
Yeah, Phil, my word he would. Well, 15 minutes gone. Still haven't hit the front yet, Corio. The margin 1 point only. Big Johnny Stepanowski to bring the ball back into play. It's got to be a good kick. Corio playing the zone. They've got players with arms up everywhere. Kick from Stepanowski. Good kick into the breeze. Went 50 metres. Up went Ryan. Knocked the ball away at ground level. Kelvin Gray slaps it back towards the fence. Didn't get there. Taken by Dale Greaves. Got a hand pass backwards. Chopped off. Well done there. That might have been Scotty Gibson for East Geelong. Stacks on the mill. Picked up by Reuter. Little kick around the body. Went for Watson. Couldn't find him. Chip pass for Corio. Comes across the mark. Taken by Matty Cullen. He's a good kick on the left foot, Cullen. He'll unload. Got underneath that one. Didn't get a great deal of distance. Plenty of height. High flyers, back of the pack, Boyle couldn't get it. Taken away by Bailey of East Geelong. He tipped the ball out wide, but it round up straight back there with Matthew Cullen. He plays on immediately. Lovely kick from Cullen.
That might be Shields too, isn't it? Just come on the ground.
Yeah, number 99. Well, this for 100, Gubby. The kicks this, you'll come up and get number 100 on, I reckon. Number 99. Must have worn that for a bet, has he?
Well, I don't know.
Worn it all year, evidently.
They've got some high numbers, 70, 71, 72, 99.
Well, here's his chance to really make an impression on the score sheet here.
Well, it'll put him in front, I think.
It will.
Jeez, it's a mongrel kick and it's going to...
It's touched on the line. Touched on the line. Big Johnny Stepanowski was back there and got the little fingernail on it. It wasn't a great kick though, was it?
No, it was a shocking kick.
So Shields gets a minor score. It's all tied up. 17 minutes gone, second term. And again, Stepanowski to bring the ball back in. Told to hurry up. Again, he favours the outer side. Again, he kicks it a long way. He kicked that outside, well outside the 50. Reuter up with the fist. Couldn't mark, so he slapped it away. Picked up by Ryan of Corio. Got a player inside. Didn't lose him, though. That was Ashley McNamara. Ryan kicks the ball back towards centre half forward. Stepanowski the fist at ground level. Well worked by East Geelong through the agency of Shane Evans. Worked the hand pass out wide. Got a bit of support out there. Bailey again doing well back in defence. Hand pass comes across. A good tackle. No, eluded. Well eluded by the big fella. And he kicked the ball around the body, but Kelvin Gray stands firm, takes the mark 25 metres out from the goal, which he's defending. Well, he came out this side, he's played on, actually, no one on the mark, so he's had two bounces. Yeah. He might have another one, and now he unloads on that left foot. It's an awkward kick. It's a lovely kick.
Well,
what am I talking about?
That is lucky, because by running on, he lost all his targets.
Yeah, well,
he's just lucky to hit one.
Mark taken by Philip Gunn, and a 50-metre penalty has been paid.
You're kidding, Keaton, you mongrel!
And comments there from Grubby Cations. As Gunn now moves the ball up over the centre wing.
And he's a friend of mine.
Okay, good. I hate to be your enemy. Here comes Gunn, kicking the ball into the forward zone, backing back, almost taking a mark. The big fella there was that, couldn't get him. A hand pass comes out of the pack. Corio work hard defence, get a kick towards centre wing. Kelvin Gray, who's had, look, his second half of the first quarter was good when he moved up the ground, and he's been pretty good in this term as well. He marks the ball just defensive side of the centre of the wing. He goes up looking for, almost finding a teammate there in Hobbs. Couldn't quite hold the mark. Come back to him. Well done, fella. Got a kick around the body. Ryan chops it off again for Corio. He's playing well. Kicks the ball out wide. Got a teammate running at Ashley McNamara, who takes the mark just the defensive side of the centre wing on the grandstand side of the ground. Oh, geez. Scores all tied up, and Ryan has put it over the boundary line on the ball.
Cookie, are we on the radio? I reckon Welsh's been listening on the radio, us bagging him, and he's coming here to belt the both of us.
We just mentioned the Ivan Tanzing medalist, and in walks one through the back door. And he's done that before. Okay, ball back towards the centre wing position. Up goes Bailey. Couldn't hold the mark. Chopped off. Corio, a little kick towards the centre half forward position. Who's back there? Big Reuter. He got a bit of a hand out that time too. Well played by Timmy Noel, the vice captain. He got it to Reuter. Reuter out wide looking for Watson. Watson's got 1-on-2. He's going to struggle here. He's got no support. Picked up by Paul Baker. And the Baker boy goes bang into the forward zone.
Got in the square.
Lovely kick. And Clinton Eldridge has taken the mark.
Well, he'd want to kick it now, I reckon, Cookie. The bloke running into the square there.
Scores are all tied up. It's 4 goals, 5 apiece. 20 minutes gone in the second term. This for the lead. Any score will do. And the Devils looking for a goal. Eldridge has got 1 point on the board. Taking plenty of time. Steadying. Comes in. Right foot kick. Goal umpire's gone a fair way to his right-hand side. He's missed it. Well, bad miss.
Well, when you got blokes streaming into the goal square sitting on your own, you got to kick them, Cookie. You got to back yourself, but you got to kick them.
Yeah, it was a beautiful kick from Baker to find him too. It deserved better.
Yes.
So Johnny Stepanowski in no hurry to bring the ball back in, trying to waste as much time as he can.
And I don't blame him either. And I'll tell you what, they're just hanging in there, East. If they just let their guard down a bit, they can go in 3 or 4 goals down here. So they've really got to keep on their mettle for the last, 5-6 minutes of the quarter?
Yeah, we've played about 20, so very important times for both sides. Stepanowski, another beautiful kick, well outside the 50 into this strong breeze. Couldn't take the mark there. That was Hobbs up. Couldn't take it. Ryan, he's been a great player in the second quarter. Has a bounce, has a hand pass across. Got it to Whitehall. Back it goes towards Ryan. Ryan hand pass under pressure over the top. Reuters in there, so too Gray. He worked hard, had the ball taken away from him at ground level. Pick up a little hand pass came across there from Sean Gundry towards the boundary line. The whistle's gone. I think it's gone too far. It's out of bounds.
It's always good for possessions. That, an old man always told me, if you give someone a shit handball, you'll always get it back.
Boundary umpire throws it back into play. Boyle does the rack work this time. Reuter wins it though. Down a turf it goes. Working hard at the base of that pack was Flanagan for East Geelong. Stacks on the mill. They're holding on tight down there. Corio lead by a point. Another ball up. Up they go. This time Evans got the knockdown for Corio. Come out the back. Come to Watson of East Geelong. He got a little kick out of the pack. Didn't travel past. Ryan got on the end of a hand pass again. God, he's got leather poise in this quarter. Up he goes. Stepanowski! Outmarked Phil Boyle. Playing in front as a good defender should. And he kicks the ball out wide. Lovely kick from Stepanowski.
Yeah, that's the switch. Keep going.
He's got Gunn, who takes the mark. Gets around them out of the mark. No, he doesn't. Now he's got a handball to himself. Now he's in trouble. Over the shoulder. Not paid. Good decision, umpire, because he had chances to get rid of the foot. He shouldn't get a soft one. Stacks on the mill. It'll be a ball up deep in the attacking zone of Corio. Hard up against the fence. About 45 metres out from goal.
He had a bloke on here too, but he just mucked around with it a little bit too much and he was covered.
He got a bit too close to the man of the mark, didn't he? Then he had nowhere to go once he got there. Back into play, and Reuter does the correct thing for a defensive rapman and knocked the ball out of bounds. He takes block again, big Andy Reuter, the Iving Tansing medalist. Up he goes, thumps the ball back towards the fence, looking there for Gunn. He's got it, he's tackled, thrown over the boundary line. What about another man? High call by the umpire. So he gets a chance to redeem himself down there, Philip Gunn. Actually had a better quarter, the second quarter. He's got in the play a fair bit this time. He's now called the play on as he run around the mark a little bit. Up they go, almost the mark to Flanagan there of East Geelong. Couldn't mark it. Reuter got a hand on a hand pass that was going past him. Managed to trap it back into the pack. Stacks on the mill at the back of the pack.
In the
Is
back.
that in the back against Reuter? The umpire said yes, sir. And the three commentators here, we're including another Iving Tansing medalist in Paul Welsh in that commentary team now, all agreed with that one. A little crude on that occasion, Andy Reuter.
Oh, look at it. These Central's drunks. They're still coming back from the breakfast, these blokes. They've been over at Buckley's drinking whiskey all morning.
Yes, Dale Greaves hasn't been drinking whiskey. He'd like to kick this goal because they've been doing a lot of the attacking but just can't get the full points on the board. This one starts to the left-hand pass. A beautiful kick. It goes straight through the middle. What a great kick from Dale Greaves.
Oh, wow. He's an experienced player. When your experienced players do things like that, it lifts the whole side. And I tell you what, if they keep going here, they can get a couple more goals, but East Geelong have really got to knuckle in now because that'll inspire the Corio boys. That was a magnificent kick for goal. Magnificent kick for goal.
Well, give them a 7-point margin. Probably 24 minutes gone at the term, not far away from red time. The game could well be decided in the next 2 or 3 minutes. If Corio can bang on 2 or 3 goals with this breeze,
It'll make it hard, won't it?
it will make it very hard. And if the East boys can hang on, they're going to be within a goal of them at half-time with the undefeated side. That'll give them a lot of confidence.
Well, for a good game's sake, let's hope they hang on to half-time so we can have a real good game in the second half.
Bailey and Eldridge stand toe-to-toe as the ruckmen do battle. This time Reuters back in the ruck.
In the middle.
And he hit the umpire on the back of there with that knockdown, I reckon. Picked up by Bailey. Bailey got it out looking for Watson. Watson went without the football. So too there did Chris Laurie. Out of the pack comes the Johnny Bird, I think that was, left foot out wide towards the half-forward flank position. Over the top of the ball there, he played pretty well too, Daniel Hobbs. Knocked away from him, he's got no one to help him out there. Picked up by Whitehall of Corio. 1-2 bounces, runs close to the 50-metre mark, chips it up in the air. He's looking for our mate Frank. He couldn't take the mark on that occasion. He went in after it at the back of the pack and still might get to him. Play on the goal square there, fell over, thrust through for a point. That was Lyle Bound, in fact. And minor score, Rush Ed.
It's like big Brett Bravo. Looks like he'd be coming back on the ground. I haven't picked up who's coming off yet. I'll tell you what, you want to get on quick because you look like a fair dinkum dickhead when you run on and the siren goes, don't you? You really do.
Come in from grabby cases, fell back into play. Reuter takes the one from Stepan. He's kicked the ball beautifully, Johnny Stepanowski, and that was no exception. And Andy Reuter got underneath it, took it.
Well, he's not going to get on.
He's not going to look like you said he's going to look like. Reuter gets a stat as he kicks that one as the siren sounds. Been a very good player for East Geelong. Half time here at the St Albans Oval. It's 5 goals. Got to get out of this grubby. 5-4 to Corio.
I think that might be 5-7. 5-7-37.
That's what I thought it should be.
4-5-29.
5-7 to 4-5. So the margin 8 points. Goal kickers to half time. For Corio, 3 to Sean Gundry. And I've got 1 to Dale Greaves. We've obviously missed one. There we go, we'll get him later. And for East Geelong, 1 to Thompson, 1 to Ferguson, and 2 to Jamie Daler. So half time here in the Reserves Grand Final for 2003. It's 5 goals, 7 Corio. East Geelong 4-5. We've got a real good game on our hands. Second half coming up very soon.